Good morning, Facebook friends. Welcome to another Wednesday Wins. I'm your host, Jason Teeters with Jetsetstate, and I'm excited to talk about our topic today, which is goal setting for 2018. Now, I picked this topic for a couple reasons. One, we're getting real close to the new year, and I know setting goals is always on the top of everybody's mind. And for so many people, there's a big frustration of how do I achieve my goals long after the motivation and excitement is gone. And the second reason for choosing this topic is I will be hosting a goal-setting workshop here in Lee County at Millennial Brewery. And I think it's real important to get people on the path of success for 2018. So I'm real excited. So let's dive into our topic today. So goal setting. I think there's two things that I really want to share with you on this Wednesday. And one is understanding that whenever it comes to setting goals, you have to have a target, right? You have to be really clear. And so what do I mean by that? Well, I think it's important for you to understand that our brain is like a heat-seeking missile. And what I mean is, once you clearly define what you're trying to achieve, your brain will work like hell to get you there. But so many problems that individuals have with setting goals comes down to not being particularly clear about what they want. For example, I have a lot of clients and individuals I work with that will say something like, I want to lose weight, or I want to start a business, or this year I want to eat healthier. But that doesn't clearly define what it is you want, right? I want to lose weight. Your statement needs to be something like, I want to lose 15 pounds. I want to lose 20 pounds. I want to start a business. What does that mean? I want to start a technology business. I want to start a marketing company. I want to start a workshop, right? The key is you have to get crystal clear about what you want. And when you do that, it's just a matter of time for your brain to really make the decision of how to get there. And so you have to be crystal clear about what you want for yourself and for your life. A good example of that is when I started on my path of success and I started to set goals for myself. I set goals of, I want to be financially debt-free. I wanted to have this amount of money in my savings account. I wanted to have a year's worth of salary in my savings account. I wanted to be able to do the things I love. I wanted to talk about the things that matter to me. So as soon as my brain, what up, Marlon? Glad you could join, brother. So glad you're here. So as soon as my brain, and my boy Joel from checking in all the way from Wells. Thank you so much for joining this morning, man. So the idea is that when you're setting goals, when you're crystal clear about what you want, when you have defined exactly what you want, that gives you the power to move forward. And it not only gives you the power to know exactly what you want, but it gives you the power to know exactly what you don't want. And that's huge as well. Because when you say, I want to lose 15 pounds, and you know you're not trying to lose 14 pounds, you're not trying to lose 13 pounds, or you're not trying to lose 20 pounds, you're trying to lose 15 pounds. And when you're clear, then you can start moving forward in that situation, right? So that's the first thing I want you to know about goal setting is among all the other things you have to do, the first step is getting crystal clear about what you want from yourself, from your life, and from this situation. The second part, and one of the biggest parts that I like to talk about when it comes to goal setting, is this idea of working from the wrong end. The have-do-be scenario. Thank you, Marlon. Thank you. I'm going to keep crushing it, brother. Is the have-do-be scenario. For so many of us, we operate from this situation of have-do-be, right? If I had the money, then I would invest in this, and then I can be a person that runs this type of company or business. If I lost the 10 pounds, then I could wear these outfits, or then I can do these events, and then I can become this individual with more confidence and more clarity. If I have, right? And the problem with this statement is that when you don't have those things at the onset, then you don't move forward. it stops you in your tracks. If I don't have the money to invest in the marketing, well, then guess what? I can't invest in the marketing, which means that I can't start my company, which means that I can't move forward. And so what I want you to realize this year for goal setting, and a way to think about it, is the be, do, have. Who do you have to be? And what are the things you have to do to have the life you want? Let me say that again. Who do you have to be, and what are the things you have to do to have the life you want? When you operate from that scenario, when you come from that angle, it makes it so much easier to know what needs to get done and what you have to do to move forward. And so I think it's never good when you give this sort of scenario and don't give people prime examples of what that is. So I think the only way I could do this is share my experience with you. Back in 2000, let's say 2006, 2007, I found myself in a predicament that most people are in, right? Backs up against the wall. You don't know your job, your security, all these things are going on in your life. And I told myself I never wanted to be in that situation again. I never wanted to put myself, my happiness, my family, my pride in a situation where I have not done the things I need to do to better myself. And so I promised myself I would never let that happen again. And so a part of that was getting on this path of goal setting. And the first thing I thought about was aligning my goals with my purpose. Deep down, I knew I had something I wanted to offer. Deep down, I knew I wanted to help other people achieve a life of success. But how could I do that if I haven't done it myself? And so then that's when I got crystal clear about what I wanted. And a part of that was, like I said before, getting out of debt, owning my own vehicle, have enough emergency fund in my savings account, travel the world, be able to fly up north to see my family whenever there was an emergency or anything that needed to be done. Those are things I set for myself. And so by doing that, I started creating a plan to get there, right? A goal-setting plan of how I was going to achieve this over the next 365 days. And then once I did that, I just started, right? And I realized, who do I have to be to do this, right? If I want to be out of debt, right, financially, I have to start becoming an individual that understands the power and the idea of what money can provide and what it can't provide. Right? I had to start making conscious decisions about how I spent my money, how I spent my time. I had to start investing in the things that mattered to me, to my success, to my happiness, to the things that brought joy to my life. And once I put that at the center, then I could create everything else around that. And so I'm happy to say, and it didn't happen overnight, right? So I want to make sure I let everybody know this. When I talk about goal setting, when I talk about accomplishing something for your life, that is not something that happens just like that. Oh, it's not moving from 0 to 100. It takes time, right? You have to move there. I didn't get in my situation in my life overnight. I didn't rack up the debt. I didn't have the spending habits. I didn't eat unhealthy. I didn't do all this stuff in a matter of days. I did this over 30 plus years of my life. So for me to change, I have to understand that it takes time and patience, right? You're right. It's the long game. It's the long game. And so you have to understand that. But when I start doing that, once I start aligning my goals with the things that matter to me, unbelievable things start to happen. I am proud to say, and I've said this before, I am 100% out of debt. I owe absolutely nobody. 0 people are coming to me for money. That is a huge, huge benefit in my life. Imagine the things that you could do when you owe nobody. Imagine the places you can travel when the only thing that comes in is your monthly expenses, and that's it. There's no debt, right? I'm not living with high levels of debt. On top of that, I paid for my vehicle, 100% debt free. There it is back there. I don't know if you can see it, right? My Toyota Scion, I paid that off. Now, granted, it's not a Mercedes. It's not a nice car. But guess what? When I'm ready for that vehicle, I will pay cash for that vehicle because that's when I know I'm ready for it, not a day before. Now, I'm not asking you to think like me, but what I'm getting you to understand that what you place value in, right, what you want for your life, it has to represent all of you. And so if you want to be a person that stops smoking cigarettes, then you need an identity to be the individual that is not a smoker. If you want a person that lives a healthy life and has the weight that you want, then you have to live the life of a person that operates that way. And so as you think about who you want to become and what you want to do for 2018, I want you to take advantage of the idea that the first thing is understand clearly what you want. By doing that, you start to understand what you don't want. And you could get rid of the things that distract you, that bother you up, that get you in these situations that doesn't allow you to move forward. The second step to that is, who do I have to become? Right? And I said this before, the reason why I'm on this Facebook Live, the reason why I'm doing this workshop is because I realized for me to help people, for me to be an individual that's going to move others along with me, I have to not have a fear to get up in front of the camera. I have to be able to share my thoughts and feelings with others. And I have to be ready to understand that people are going to have a different take on that. And the only way I'm going to get better is to understand how it approaches, how people understand it, how people listen to it, and how I come across. And then each day I try my hardest to get better at what I do, get better at how I operate, get better at how I speak to others. And like I said before, it doesn't happen overnight. So as you think about, we're about 15, 30 days away from the new year. We're real excited about bringing in 2018. And I'm passionate about helping people have the best year of their life next year. I'm passionate about giving people the opportunity to live a life of their dreams. Now, I'm not here telling you to quit your job and start a new company. I'm not here to tell you to backpack through Thailand and all of a sudden give up everything you love. No, I'm here to tell you that I want you to do it on your terms. If you're tired of being weighed down by high levels of debt, if you're tired of not having the time to do the things that matter to you, spend the time with your family, enjoy vacations, share the time with the people you love, go out on the water and experience days on the boats, whatever it is. You have to start focusing on that now. And I want to help you get there. So this is Jason with another episode of Wednesday Wins. I got super passionate today, as you can tell, because I'm super excited about this topic because I have big goals and dreams for 2018, and I want to bring as many people with me in whatever format and way I can. So as you think about it, if you're out there in Southwest Florida and you want to get involved in the workshop that I'm doing at Millennial Brewery, December 13th, go to Jetsetstate.com, check out the events. You'll find a lot of information there. If you're interested in just changing your life for the next year, please go to my website, go to my Facebook page, reach out to me. I'll let you know what I have in store. But coming in 2018, I want to change as many lives as possible. That is my goal, by any means possible. And so if you're hearing me out there and you think other people need to hear this message, share it with them, right? Because I'm working on this path to get there, and I want to help as many people as possible. And so have a great Wednesday. It's December 6th of Wednesday Wins. I live in a beautiful state right now, beautiful area. I can't have anything else but be excited about what the new year has in store. And so I want the best for you. Please reach out. Let me know how I can help. Comment below if you have ideas or suggestions or things that you want answered. If you have a way of wanting to get in touch or getting involved with me, just reach out, right? It could be the biggest difference to change your life. This is Jason with another Wednesday Wins. I'm out, and I wish you the best day possible. Thank you for joining.